everyone, and welcome to our next episode of So You Want to Be a Millionaire. I'm Sharla Brown, and I'm joined, of course, with my beautiful co-host, Jackie Somerville. And today, well, surprise, surprise, we're going to talk to you about money and why we love money. We love money, don't we, Jackie?
We sure do, Sharla. Hi, everybody. Good to be with you today. Yes, it is one of our favorite subjects ever, and we can't wait to get into it with you.
Yeah, at 100 Most Powerful Women that Jackie and I have co-founded, we work with women to look like a million, feel like a million, impact millions, and make millions of dollars. And we want every woman to be able to have that financial freedom and to make millions of dollars. We believe that nothing empowers a woman more than financial independence. But how does that make you feel when we talk about making millions? Why do you love making millions, Jackie? Why has that been so important for you?
So many reasons. I'll name a few. First of all, it's a lot more fun when you got money. And I believe that when we're having fun, when we're living a good life, when we are doing the stuff that we love to do, that we then attract even more good stuff. And what else happens? We inspire others as well. When you get to live your dreams, and let's face it, a lot of our dreams take a lot of money. When you get to live your dreams, you inspire others to live theirs too. So you really serve the world in that way. So it enables you to have a whole lot of fun. The second thing is that money enables you to help so many more people. Good people do great things when they earn a great deal of money. They can do great things in the world. As Sharla and I always remind everybody, you cannot help the poor if you're one of them, so you might as well be rich. And then the third thing about money is that it enables us to live a life of full potential, to pursue our full potential. So many people don't get to utilize their full potential because they quite simply don't have the money to do the things that is calling on their heart. And this is key because I believe there's a definition of happiness out there that speaks the truth. And that is that happiness is the joy you feel when you're in pursuit of your full potential. And it takes money. So those are just three big reasons right off the bat, Sharla. And you know I can go on later and talk about all the wonderful things money enables us to do in terms of travel and buying beautiful things and the exact things that you and I have done with our money to help others. And I know we're going to get into some of those details to get everyone excited, but that's just three big subjects right off the bat.
Absolutely. And why we love money. But that makes so many women uncomfortable that by saying those words, I love money. How does that make you feel if you were to say that out loud? I think we have some different people in our audience that are feeling different things. First kind of person I want to talk about, and you can see if you can identify with any of these, is our discounters. That as soon as we started talking about millions, you discounted yourself out of that conversation. That isn't for you. That, it's only meant for the few out there, the rich, the famous, whether they were born into it or the lucky ones, but that you could never be a millionaire. And we're going to change your mind about that today. So do not discount yourself at all. If you want to be a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, that you have the ability and everything in you to do that. So let's talk a little bit about our discounters, Jackie. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, isn't it interesting, hey, how people do think that certain things are reserved for certain people? And my question is, why? So interesting to me. Why would our divine source of life, whether you believe in the universe or God, there is a divine source. There's this incredible spirit that we tap into. The source of life favor somebody over somebody else. There is no such thing as that. If you choose to tap in to grace, if you choose to tap in to spirit, you're going to be just as favored as the next person. So I always find it interesting how we kind of insult our creator by thinking, well, that's okay for somebody else, but not me. Why would you have been created less than? Why would the divine want less for you than for somebody else? So that is just really, I want you to think about that. And instead of thinking, why me? Next time when you think about millions of dollars or plenty of money, I want you to think, why not me? Why not me? And so catch yourself. All of these things is a question of really catching yourself, being aware. What feelings are bubbling up for me when Sharla says, I love money? What feelings bubble up for me? And I'm saying, well, sure, that's great for somebody else. And you talk about millions and this show is about, so you want to be a millionaire. But I don't think that's not going to be for me. Catch yourself and just ask yourself the question. And then this time say, why not me? That's what I have to say about that, Sharla.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a discounter, chances are you're struggling with money. Life may look paycheck to paycheck for you. And so we're going to teach you some things today to help change your perspective and how you can start telling the universe that you love money and that you can attract more abundance into your life. Because it's the stories that we tell ourselves. It's what we're putting out there in terms of, debt and attracting more debt or just getting by. Nobody is meant to just get by. You're meant to live this extraordinary life. So if you're a discounter out there, don't worry. We're going to have some great tips and advice for you in this show. Next, we love our judges, don't we, Jackie? The ones that listen to us say we love money and they said, oh my gosh, that is so materialistic. Oh, these women, don't they know that money can't buy happiness? Oh, money, the root of all evil. Don't we love our judges, Jackie?
Yes, we do. Bring on the judgments. We love it. We love a good challenge. Judge away, judge away.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is we come by those things honestly. It might have been taught to us by our parents, by society, by religion, by our, external circumstances. We have these thoughts and beliefs around money that, people who have money are greedy or that they're evil or that they do these bad things. But what we know for sure is that everything is neutral. Money's just energy. And it's really the story that we give it. We know that when women make great money, that they do really great things in the world. Jackie and I have traveled around the world speaking with thousands of women. And we really learned that, as women are building and growing their businesses, they're doing it to help others. That if they were making $1 million, they'd be able to cut checks to their favorite charities and to be able to make the impact that they want to make with ease and not with struggle. And that's what we want for women. And so stop judging others. And most importantly, stop judging yourself when it comes to money. We love our judges. We love
them. We sure do. And one of the things I want you guys to realize, if you do find yourself in that situation of judging how people spend their money or, what people do with money or, like money is the root of all evil, whatever, if you do catch yourself judging somebody for what they do for their money, with their money, I want you to realize that what you're actually doing is you're not necessarily judging that person, you're judging money. And money will come where it is welcome. It will go to where you are, to the open-hearted. It's because, as Sharla just mentioned, it is energy. So you will block it with your judgments of it. So it cannot flow to you if you are judging it. And when you judge what people do with their money, you're really judging money. So we want you to really think about that next time you offer a judgment about what people are doing with it. I love to tell the story in one of my speeches about how when I was walked into the Gucci store one day and I was handed a gift, a birthday gift. And I said to my friend who was the assistant there, I had become his friend because I was in that store often purchasing from him. And I said, oh, how sweet of you to buy me a gift. And he said, oh, no, Jackie, that's not from me. That's from Gucci. And I was like, the company? Gucci bought me a birthday present? Gave me a birthday present? And he goes, yeah. He said, do you know how much money you spent at Gucci this past year? I said, no. He said, do you want to know? I said, no. And I tell that story because it does elicit so much wonderful judgment, which enables you to start questioning your judgment. And I want you to realize that if you judged me for spending a lot of money at Gucci because I shouldn't spend money that way, you're not judging me, you're judging money. And that money will not want to come to you when it is judged. So that's just an illustration of how did you feel when I told you that story? Did you go, well, that doesn't seem right. That's not right. You could have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars saving somebody. You cannot be poor enough to help the poor. You cannot help the poor if you're one of them. And so we want you to remove your judgments around money and just start by catching yourself every time you hear something or you witness something or see somebody who's got money doing something with it that up until now you haven't approved of. Just remember, oh my gosh, I'm judging money. I do not judge anybody and what they do with their money. Therefore, I don't judge money. I welcome money in. Money is my friend and I welcome it in. Something else I just wanted to say about judgment, Sharla.
Oh, well said, Jackie. Absolutely. Our next type of viewer that might be out there are indecisives, which, we lovingly like to refer as the ladies who have one foot on the gas and yet one foot on the brake. So they want more money. They want more abundance in their life. They want to be able to live the life of their dreams and have the things that they want to have and do the things that they want to do. But yet their actions, their thoughts, and their beliefs is on the brake. And that everything that they're doing is keeping them stuck or holding them back from that abundance coming into their life. So let's talk about that, Jackie. You explained that so well.
Yeah, thanks, Sharla. So our judges and our discounters also have their foot on the brake, right? So whatever it is that your perceptions, your words, your thoughts, your actions are constantly telling the universe, as it were, or spirit, how to treat you. We're constantly showing this life what we desire and what we're open for. And we do that through our words, our thoughts, our actions, our emotions. So if you have conflicting thoughts, on one hand, it's like, oh, I need some more money. I want some more money. Oh gosh, wouldn't it be great if I won the lottery? Or wouldn't it be great if somebody just gave me a whole bunch of money? Or, all of those thoughts because you're wanting money. And on the other hand, you're saying, ooh, money's the root of all evil. Or, oh, those people shouldn't be spending their money that way. Or, well, money's not meant for that. All of these things, whatever your thoughts, your words, and your actions are around it. And if you're sitting home feeling sorry for yourself, instead of going, there's so much money in the world, I wonder what I could do to tap into that. Maybe I should take a little action today. Maybe I should just start dreaming about my own business. In other words, what we have to do is we have to align our desires with our thoughts, our words, and our actions. So if you desire more money, your thoughts, your words, and your actions must be completely aligned with that desire in order for the desire to start moving towards you. So we'll probably, as we go along, explain that a little bit more. And because I'm sure we're going to give you some tips today on what words you can start using, the power of affirmation, and so on. But just remember, am I aligned right now? Are my thoughts, my words, and my actions aligned with my desire for more money? Because if they're contradicting my desire for more money, money is not going to come in. It's that clear because you've got a foot on the gas and a foot on the brake and you aren't going anywhere.
Yes, well said, Jackie. So our last group of ladies that we're talking to, is what we want to convert everybody to, which is our believers, those that dare to take the foot off the brake and go full throttle on the gas, knowing that we live in an abundant universe, that there's so much money out there, that really there's more than enough for your big goals and dreams, whatever it is for you. You know, whether that's a home in the Caribbean, whether that's travel around the world, whether that's sending your kids to the university of their dreams, you know, what is it for you? What would money and $1 million or millions of dollars do for your life? Our believers are big dreamers. They have big goals and dreams for their life, and they believe that the universe is always working for their good to make it all possible. Isn't that it, Jackie?
Yes, Sharla. We love our believers. Woo! And look, we know it's a little difficult to get to that, right? Because of all the paradigms and the stories that you've been told since the day you were born. Money is one of those very loaded subjects in our society, kind of like sex, right? It's like one of those things we kind of love, but we sort of have judgments around. It's so interesting and weird. But so whatever your crap around money is, you did come by it honestly. And it does take a little dedication and a little work to clear all of that and to become a believer. So we totally understand that it's not just like, you know, switching on a switch and going from being a judger and a discounter and all of that and a foot on the gas breaker to being a complete believer. And so we're going to help you with some of those tips today. But here's the thing, is that there's that famous quote by Henry Ford that everybody loves to quote and in theory believe in, which is whether you think you can or you can't, either way you are right. You've heard the quote before. It's everywhere. And in theory, everybody goes, oh, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Mm-hmm. But do you live it? Do you live it? Do you realize the truth in that statement? Because it is the absolute truth. There is no reality. There is only perception. Everything is neutral. It's the story we give it that gives it meaning. Therefore, what story are you telling yourself right now? Because whatever, whether you think you can or you can't, either way, you are right. So our believers believe that statement and know it to be true and actually live it. Therefore, they make a decision to think they can, because they know the power of that decision. And if they choose to think that they can't, that's also going to be their reality. So they choose to think that they can. And just with that simple change of choice and that simple decision, you're going to start opening up and enabling yourself to expand and start bringing in more money than you ever imagined. Under grace in a perfect way, by the way. Sharla and I are not about getting money through ill-gotten gains or through, you know, illegal methods or anything. We're talking about, or through killing ourselves with exhaustion and having a heart attack in the process. We're all about opening up to the flow, opening up. And by the way, here's another really important thing I want to help you to change your mindset around money, is to realize that money is a renewable resource. The pie isn't just so big. Ever since we were small, we've kind of been taught that, oh, if you've got some money here, you've taken away from something else or someone else there. But this is a renewable resource, and the flow of money is never ending. It just flows. And if you go and take out a giant size container load, gazillions of container loads of water out of the ocean, that doesn't affect the ocean at all, does it? So as it is with money, you can go and take out a whole bunch of it, and it's not going to take away from anybody else. This idea that the pie is only so big is holding you back, especially a lot of religious people, because they believe that they need to be poor in order to somehow serve the world, or that if they've got money, they're taking away from the needy. And that's not the way that it works. The pie is as big as you decide that it is. And there is a never-ending supply. This is an abundant universe that continues to expand. That's just the way that it is. Back to you, Sharla.
Yeah, so well said, Jackie. And I talk about that all the time. It's like the air we breathe, you know, and somebody might be a deep breather, and nobody says to that person, well, you're sucking up too much air. Greedy. But yet we'll do that in terms of judging somebody who makes a lot of money and lives at the mansion on the hill, that something's bad about them. Meanwhile, you could be sucking up more air than them. Well, everything in perspective. It's really the story we give it. Just like you said, everything is neutral.
Yeah, I love that analogy of yours of the sucking up air. It's such a good one. It makes so much sense. I think that really does help people to put it in a different perspective.
Yes, it's just energy, it's just that thing that allows us to live just like air. We need money to be able to live, but it all comes down to what kind of life do you want to live? And that's what our job is today, is to make you a believer. Because you can have whatever kind of life that you want. That just because if you were born into poverty or that your family never had money doesn't dictate your future or your family's future. That's the thing, is that you can create not just wealth for yourself, but generational wealth. You can change your story at any time. You can change your story about money and abundance and the life that you live, because the universe is there to deliver. The thing is that many times we don't dare to ask for it. We live in this mediocre state, living paycheck to paycheck, often in jobs we don't even enjoy doing. But we have these big goals and dreams. Maybe you're wanting to start a business or take your business to that $1 million level. That's the thing, is that's where it starts, is believing that that's possible for your life and then daring to ask the universe for it. I always play that video, like I say, at the Fearless Women's Summits where Jim Carrey always says, you can fail at what you don't want. So why not take a chance at doing what you love? When you're authentic in terms of how you're putting it out there, your intentions, what you want to do, that abundant universe is just waiting to deliver. The problem is most of us live our life in fear, that we just feel like that's all that's there for us, as opposed to following those desires that's in our heart, taking that first right step, asking the universe for it, and then watching those miracles happen in our life. With the clients that Jackie and I work with, we watch that happen amazingly every single day. They're so excited when they say, hey, I signed my first client, $2,500 package. I made an extra $20,000 this month. It's always just amazing to watch that realization in people's lives, knowing that when they dare to ask for it, when they believe in what they're doing, when they confidently can take that step forward, how it all of a sudden just starts showing up.
Yeah, exactly right. It's so interesting how we talk about luck and so on. And I believe that those of us who have the audacity to ask the universe for it, who take the action and have faith as we, walk towards our dreams, that we're the ones who get lucky ultimately. And it's not to say that there aren't challenges for everybody along their journey of becoming a multimillionaire or creating a successful business. There's huge challenges involved in life in general. It's part of being human. And Sharla and I have both experienced our fair share of business challenges and life challenges and so on. But once we do open up and become believers and start doing things in the right way, and there is a right way to really elicit the law of attraction to be working for us, because it's working all the time regardless. So if we can make sure that it's working in a positive way for us and we know how to do that, then we open up to the flow of money, the flow of anything that we desire in our lives. And I just wanted to tell another little story that was so interesting. Most people pick up 10 cents and 25 cents coins off the floor and so on. Well, in recent years, I pick up bills. And it's the oddest thing, because I'll walk down from this apartment that I live in now. It's happened 3 times in the same place. So go figure. Actually, the third one was a little slightly different place. But go figure, it's just been the oddest thing. With the first time I was busy doing a video for my community about manifesting, because I'm a master manifester. And so I was busy teaching people how to manifest. And as I've got my selfie stick and my videos on, and I'm walking down along this boardwalk outside my house on the water, and you see me hesitating on the video, and I'm like, and I look down, and at my feet is a little pile of money, not coins, bills. And you see me on the video going, oh my God, I'm doing a video about manifestation and how you manifest, and there's a pile of bills at my feet. This is the most bizarre thing ever. It was a Saturday. So on Sunday, I put that in the collection box of my spiritual center. And I was like, oh, let me pass it on. But it was just God continuing to remind me of the flow. So just a few months ago, I'm walking in the exact same place, and at my feet, I'm not talking even 2 feet from me, right at my feet, as I take a step, is a $10 bill, just lying there. So this week on Monday, I'm about to do our beautiful meditation. We do this with our most powerful women members. We do a meditation or imaginate session every single Monday. And it's truly the miracles that happen as a result of that, right? Because Sharla and I know how to teach you to become a master manifester. And so to see this happening, but anyway, I was out for my run before I conducted the meditation on Monday this week. And coming back from my run, and I look down at my feet, and there's a green bill folded up, and it's 200 written on it. I'm like, $200 bill? That's weird. So I pick it up, and it was 200 pesos. So I thought, well, God has a sense of humor, but it was, that equals $10. So I thought, well, our cleaning lady is from Mexico, and she's coming this afternoon. So she just got an extra little tip, which is fantastic. But my point is that God is always raining money from the sky for me. It's coming out of the earth. I don't know. But money comes to me that easily that even when I'm out for my jog, there's just money lying on the floor. And I always look around to see, did someone drop this money? And there's never anybody around but me. And God's always saying, can you just pick up the money? I just want you to go and teach everybody how easy it is. That money flows once you get into the flow mentally, physically, and spiritually. Money flows. So it was so great because I got back, sat down for my meditation, and told the story. And I held up the bill, which is sitting right in front of me still to this day, actually, because she ended up not coming this week. And I sat it down. It's sitting right there for her when she comes back. And so I held up the bill, and I said, you guys, this just happened. And I have to just share this because this is God telling me that this is what's going to happen to you right now. You're opening up to the flow of money. When you release the blocks, you open the flow, and it can just come out of the sky, for goodness sakes.
Well, that's it. That is it. Because I think a lot of us always wonder about how it's going to happen for us. And, as a believer, that's not your job. It's just to believe that it's going to happen for you and that it can come from so many different means. As women, we lots of tribes try to figure out how I'm going to make that kind of money, as opposed to really getting crystal clear as to what you want and then letting go of how it comes to pass. That, maybe it is the fact that you find a hidden treasure. You just never know how it's going to come. The universe has ways and means that are way beyond our knowledge as to what the big picture is for our lives. And that's the thing, is it could come as a million or multi-million-dollar business idea that comes out of the blue. It could come out of somebody that you meet, that you wind up having a business partnership and building a multi-million-dollar business together. You could marry someone, you never know what could happen. You could come into a massive inheritance that you didn't even know that you were mentioned in. It can come in so many different ways and means. So we're going to give you a few concrete tips today that can get you started on your journey to being a believer. And that's the first thing, is getting crystal clear as to what you want. And that's so important, isn't it, Jackie, is to dream big and have that clarity as to, what you'd want that dream life to look like.
Yeah, exactly. We have to have the audacity to dream. And I know this is difficult for a lot of people because they get stuck in, but I that's no way. And how, I don't know how to make that happen. So I better not dream it. And that's the biggest issue. We want you to forget the house. We want you to not even consider the house. And one of the exercises is, what would you do if I gave you $10 million right now? You can start with $1 million. If you can't get your head around that, just give yourself a number. What if somebody gave me $10 million right now, no strings attached, and I could do with it whatever I wanted to do? What would I do with $10 million right now? Take the limits off, take the judgments off, and have fun with what you would do with 10 million. For those of you for whom 10 million is not enough because you've already experienced 10 million, and you want to maybe go, well, what would I do with 100 million right now? What would I do with 100 million right now? Oh, it's such a fun exercise. You're going to decide what you're going to spend it on for yourself. You're going to treat yourself. You're going to decide who you're going to give some to, who you're going to treat to do various things. What are you going to do with it? Which of your favorite charities, which trips are you going to book? What things are you going to add to your wardrobe? Are you going to buy a brand new house? Are you going to buy a house for your parents or for your brother or for your sister? Are you going to send somebody to university or college or private school? What are you going to do with it? Who are you going to treat? What are you going to buy for yourself? What are you going to indulge in? It really is an amazing exercise. And so do that by pretending that the money's already there. That's one way that you can remove this whole thing of, but how, but it's not possible for me, from affecting the big dream, because the big dream must not be affected by the house. If you knew how to do it, you're dreaming too small. So drop the house and just go for it. Go for it, because that's where it starts. Because as Sharla said, it can come to you from so many different ways. The divine has ways and means that you and I cannot even conjure up. Can't even conjure up. I've gotten money in the most crazy ways throughout my life. Never been the way I thought it was going to happen. That makes life so much more exciting, but I've always gotten it. I can tell you that much, because I know how to do it. I know how to manifest. And we know how to teach you how to do it, regardless of your present situation.
Yeah, absolutely. This is accessible for everyone to tap into. You know, that's the thing, is that's why I call it 100 Most Powerful Women, is that we all have that power within us to be able to tap into the life of our dreams, to be able to manifest and co-create the life of our dreams. And what I love so much is your Monday meditations that you do with our 100 Most Powerful Women, is because they have the power of visualization, you know, to set their week up for success. And the stories that we've had from those women who've manifested just the most amazing, abundant things in their life. You know, we just love, we always have at the end of every single month our mastermind and celebrations where women share. And it's always just so much fun to listen to the stories of what women have manifested and co-created into their life that, you know, when they first started, never even could have imagined possible. And just how quickly that can happen, because the universe can deliver like that. You know, we have to let go of the timing. You know, that's really important, is to let go of, you know, how it comes to pass and the divine timing that, you know, the universe is working in, but that how quickly that when you have crystal clear clarity and that you have the audacity to ask for what you want, how quickly the universe starts moving and shifting things into your life to make that possible. And we've witnessed that so many times.
Yes, we have. It really is amazing, from manifesting farms to manifesting an extra 60 grand in a month to, you know, adding 20,000 in revenue to their business every single month to, oh my goodness, the stories manifesting the car of their dreams at the price of their very old, much older car, the exact right car. It's just been so amazing, hasn't it? It's just so fun.
It's so much fun. I love hearing the stories. Like,
I know. Not
so
to mention in our own lives, right, Sharla? You and I mean, it's also just when we look at it, it's, you know, there's just so much to be grateful for. It just brings tears to my eyes, the amount of miracles that have happened for us too in recent years. And goodness gracious.
Yeah, absolutely. Next tip we're going to give you, which Jackie alluded to earlier when we kicked off this episode, was, you know, the power of affirmations. That, you know, have clarity, write things down, what it would look like if you had $1 million, $10 million, what would that look like? What impact would that make in your life? But then it's, you know, taking actions every day. And one of the things that we can do is to be able to use powerful affirmations to start changing our minds. The things that we are saying, if we're saying, I'm always living paycheck to paycheck, what is something else you should be saying to then tell, it's always telling the universe what you're ready for so that they can deliver. If you say, oh my God, I'm never going to get out of debt, the universe just heard, I'm never going to get out of debt. But if you say, I'm a wealthy woman, that there's money all around me and I'm going to get me some, that's a different message that you're giving to the universe. Now, Jacquie is the queen of affirmations. So maybe share some of your favorite money affirmations.
Yes, Sharla. So I love these ones. So the first one is, money is my friend. I can do so much good with money. That's a good one for those of you who aren't ready to say, I love money and money loves me. I love that one too. And, that's one that I always say, I love money and money loves me. But if you're not there yet, it's okay to affirm in stepping stones, because we want you to feel good about it and we want it to just sort of flow for you. So if you're struggling right now, here's a really great one. And that is, my current financial situation is temporary. It's not who I am. It's just where I am right now. Money is all around me. I'm going to find some. So that's one for those of you who are really struggling in a current situation that may be a little bleak financially. For those of you who your current situation is not that bleak, money is my friend. I can do so much good with money is a wonderful one, because we really do want you to treat money as your friend. Just like a friend, when you treat it with respect, with reverence, when you like it and you treat it as though you like it and you don't badmouth it, what happens? You have a great friendship and your relationship just gets stronger and stronger. So it is with money. It comes where it is welcome and it stays where it is respected. So those are just some of the real direct money affirmations that'll start you to kind of change your views about money. But there are so many others, right? Like, I love my business. My business is booming. There's so many things that one can say, but start with those and you'll start to change your relationship with money right away. Now you just have to catch yourself with all your words, right? Catch yourself. What are you saying? Awareness, awareness, awareness. And you're going to fall off the wagon all the time. That's part of being human. Don't get upset with yourself. It's okay. Oh, God, I went and said that again. That's all right. But at least I caught myself that time. Wow, I'm getting better at this. I'm going to say, money's my friend. I can do so much good with money, right? Awareness, that's all you need to start. And don't be hard on yourself. You come by this stuff honestly. It takes a little time. Just keep trying, and you're going to get better and better at it every day.
Absolutely. And gosh, another tip that I would say for us to leave our audience with today is the practice of gratitude. And another way of being able to say, thank you for everything that's already in your life. You have a rich and abundant life right now. And I think if you put pen to paper, you could think of a million things that you could write that you're thankful for. But another way that I do it is writing that I'm so thankful and grateful now that. And that's really asking the universe for what I want in my life and that I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful and grateful now that I have a multi-million-dollar business, that through that business, I'm able to impact millions of women around the world. You're asking the universe for something with gratitude, and there's nothing more powerful than gratitude. So be grateful and thankful every day for all that you already have, even if that's $100,000 in debt. If that allowed you to get the education that you have, it allowed you to have the home that you live in, that it's allowed you to take care of your family. Be thankful and grateful for it. Don't sit there and say like, oh my gosh, more debt, or I'm never going to get out of debt. I'm so thankful and grateful that I had the ability to have access to credit so that I can live the life of my dreams, that I've been able to provide for my family, that I've been able to attain the education that's going to allow me to do whatever it is that I want to do in this world. It's changing our language, and it's definitely being grateful every single day for everything that's happened and all that's to come. What would you like to say about gratitude, Jackie?
Yeah, Sharla, gratitude is it's the ticket. It's the ticket. And it's the thing that connects us to the divine source. It connects us to the universe, to God. And so no matter what, whether your faith is flailing, whether your belief is flailing, no matter where you find yourself, if you turn to gratitude, it will always help you get to the next level, always. And so one of my favorite prayers is just quite simply, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It feels so good to just thank life for all of the blessings, whether it's the air we breathe or the people we know, just to thank life and to go into a state of gratitude. Just take a deep breath in the morning and be so grateful, first and foremost, before you even get out of bed. Just go, thank you for this deep breath, for the fact that I'm alive today. Thank you for all the good that's coming to me today. If you start your day like that every day, oh, you're going to be so surprised at the serendipity that's going to happen. Yeah, the power of gratitude, Sharla. It's everything.
Absolutely. So any final words, Jackie, about money that you're wanting to share today? I know we could talk about it for weeks on end, honestly.
I know, it's true. We could. And there is one more thing that I feel like I wanted to add to our whole subject about belief, because I think this is the thing that everybody struggles with the most. How do you become somebody who just believes in the fact that you can manifest money, earn money, whatever you want to call it? And the big thing to remember the placebo effect in medicine. There's gazillions of studies that show the power of the placebo effect. What does that mean? Somebody takes a sugar pill, somebody else takes the pill that's supposedly got all the good stuff in it, and they both get healed. Why? Because whether you think you can or you can't, either way you are right. This is the power of belief. They even have studies where they did knee surgery on people with the same knee problems. Some of them, they just opened them up and sewed them back up again. Others, they did the surgery. What happened? The results were the same. They healed. Their knees were healed. But the others, the placebo group never even got the surgery, but they looked like they did and they believed it. Oh my goodness. Nothing shows me the power of belief more than the placebo effect in medicine. It is all the proof that I need to know that whatever we believe is what our reality. We are that powerful. We are that powerful. Isn't that amazing? So if we believe in an abundant universe, that money comes to us easily, that is going to be the truth of it, as sure as the placebo effect is a very real thing. So from this moment on, what are you going to choose to believe? Because I promise you, your bank account depends on it. You're that powerful.
100%, Jackie. Well said. So at the beginning, we said, I love money. Is that easier for you to say now? Have we converted you? Are you a believer? It's so easy for us to say, I love my children, I love my family, I love my home, I love going on vacation. But often we can struggle with saying, I love money. But it's energy, and it allows you to live the life of your dreams. And when we say, I love anything, the key word is love. When you put the energy of love with your greatest desires, and what allows you to do that, like money, magic happens. Remember, love is unconditional. Love's unconditional. Don't put conditions on money. It can do great things for your life. It can allow you to do great things in this world. Because what we know for sure is that when women make great money, they do really great things in this world. I love money. Jackie, do you love money?
I love money, Sharla, and money loves me.
So never forget that, ladies. is that, hopefully we've turned you into believers today and hopefully changed your perspective around money, the power of money, and what it can do for our lives and allow you to have the life of your dreams and to be able to impact those around you. Look like a million, feel like a million, impact millions, and make millions of dollars. That's what 100 Most Powerful Women is all about. So we are coaching 100 women this year to do all those things. And so if you're wanting to start your business, build and grow it to the $1 million level, look like a million, feel like a million, impact millions, and make millions of dollars, well, reach out. We do a Millionaire Mastermind at least once a month where we get to know you, learn about your big goals and dreams that you have for your life, what you want to achieve, and we help women manifest their wildest dreams into their life. So I will post in the comments below how you can get involved with our next info session, our next Millionaire Mastermind, where you can chat with us, share with Jackie and I, all the big goals and dreams you have for your life and how we can help you get there. So I want to thank everybody for watching today. Any final words, Jackie?
No, I'm just joining you in thanking everybody and sending everyone so much love and prosperity.
Absolutely. So we wish everyone an abundant week. We'll see you next time on So You Want to Be a Millionaire.